Hey y'all, as I was going through my accounts this morning, I noticed a new feature just got added to one of my accounts. Now, you can obviously tell it's still in beta test, so this is something brand new, and LinkedIn probably wants us to try it out and give feedback, interact with it, not interact with it, whatever they do in order to deem whether this is worthy of rolling out to everyone or not. So, the first thing that I saw as I got on was this new option here that says Ad Labs. So sounded pretty interesting from the second I saw it. Obviously, anything that says, ad lab experiments, sounds like it's going to be fun, something new, something that might be engaging. Obviously, with all new releases, we need to take it with a grain of salt. We never know how this stuff actually works in practice, so it's important that we check it out, test it, and see what kind of impact it has on our actual campaigns. So right when I opened it here, there's two options that I see. One of them says image here on the left and video on the right. Now, image is still coming soon, so I'd be really interested to see what that is. It says image ad templates, create and export ads with our custom templates. So, I'm pretty proud of the ads that my team creates and that we put out there for our clients, but I would be interested to see what kind of custom templates they're talking about. Is this based on what they've noticed is impactful on the LinkedIn platform as the company? I'm sure they have back-end insights that can be really helpful. Is it just same kind of templates that you can find on Canva? In which case, probably not as helpful, or maybe helpful for people that don't have Canva. So really interested to see what that is. For now, what they have is this video option. It's pretty straightforward. It converts carousels to videos. So in the scope of even using carousel ads, I don't know about you, but for me, they generally are not that effective. So you get charged every time somebody clicks on any of those slides. So there could be multiple charges from one person. I'm not sure if that's really that much of a problem. It's just something that I know I've heard someone else speak of before, and it's true. Each one of those clicks, on the call to action on a slide will charge them. Now, are they going back and clicking on more slides? I don't know, maybe. Also, that carousel ads typically cost more to place and just don't really get as many good results. Now, with most things, there's two sides of that coin. Yes, that's what I've generally seen. So as a best practice, carousel ads are more of a test versus a go-to. But I have seen accounts that have had fantastic results with carousel ads. So I do still like to test it like other things. Now, some advice that I would say around carousel ads is when you make carousel ads, try to make them as cohesive as possible. So typically like one flowing design. Let's say you use 4, 5, 6 slides, like one type of design that connects it all together. An easy example for that would be like, let's say a snake or a dragon, and it continuously goes throughout the slides. There needs to be some continuity that really drives the eye and the interest and makes them go follow your journey on the carousel ads that story you're trying to tell. The other thing with carousel ads is it really needs to be cohesive, right? The flow of what you're saying. So not just the design that goes across, but it needs to be cohesive in what you're trying to say. Don't just throw a testimonial per slide. That could be effective. Again, I haven't seen a lot of success with it. So just make it engaging, make the design continuous and cohesive. Now, with that said, with this, so regardless of how you've made your carousel ads, this is saying it can convert it into a video. So if I click on it here, you can see you could pick whatever carousel ad you want. Let's just say that I select this carousel ad. You can go to preview, and you can preview it as is. So if I turn this on, you can see it added like motion to the image where it kind of like zooms in, which is pretty cool. But you can edit that preview. So you can make the duration go longer if you want it to be a longer slide or give more people time per slide in order to see it. You can also change the transitions. So right there you saw a slide transition. You can change that to a flip, a fade, a wipe. You can change the transition speed. You can also overlay text on top of the ad itself. So there's different things that you can do here. But let's say I wanted to try flip and I kept the transition speed as medium. Let's go ahead and try that out. You can see it still has that same kind of zooming feature, but then it flips over. I like the way that looks a little bit better. at least for these ads. Maybe it'll be different for other carousel ads. Doesn't really matter, right? You can test what you want, do what you want. There's different options here available to you in order to convert those carousel ads into a video like this. So then you simply come down here and create video. So pretty cool new feature. Again, I don't have a ton of accounts running carousel ads. It's never been a huge ad type that I've seen success with. However, I'll probably try it a little bit more. I would love to try some of these carousel style videos. You could probably build something like this in Canva. I don't know. I have never really done like a carousel ad video, so I don't know how easy or how hard that is to do in Canva, but this makes it pretty easy if you're trying to look for a different ad type that you can use with the same kind of content on your carousel ads, but instead converting it into a video. So let me know, have you tried it? I would love to see any results that you've had or hear of any of the experiences you've had so far. And I'm really interested to see what this image ad templates might look like.